Hi guys, it's Amy with Aim to Plan, and I am back with another setup for January, this time in my home binder. Okay, so this video will be sped up just because if you've done setup videos, you know that they just take a long time. And so I wanted to be able to concentrate on getting the prep work done instead of trying to narrate and talk and do both things at the same time. Also, it's Christmas break, so there are lots of people at my house. There's lots of noise. It's chaos. The dryer is running. Like my husband and my daughter are like running in and out. So anyway, there's just a lot of noise. So you get voiceover Amy for the next week or so until we all go back to a normal schedule in January. So anyway, with all that being said, what I'm going to be doing is prepping my home binder or my home planner for 2022, actually for January of 2022. What I started off with here is a sticker sheet. Like a sticker paper that's a full-size sheet. I will link it in the description box so that way you can buy it if you'd like to. And I went ahead and printed out a bunch of January's, 2022's, like 2 sets of dates so that way I could redate the monthly and the weekly, as well as a list of daily chores. Now, I know it's kind of small for you to read, but the chores are just a handful of daily tasks, things that I want to be able to check off every day. So it includes things like making the bed, washing the dishes, doing a load of laundry, folding laundry. That's probably like my nemesis. I hate folding clothes. But I'm just going ahead and going through and kiss cutting through all of these numbers and stickers and in order to kiss cut, I press down lightly enough to cut through the first layer of stickers, the first layer, the like, sticker paper, but not so hard that I'm cutting through both layers, the silicone release paper underneath. So I want to be able just to be able to pull the sticker off from the first layer, from the silicone paper, but not have it cut through the entire thing and just like go all the way through. So that is what I did here. I realize also, like, as I'm getting set up that I forgot to do the top set of numbers, so I'm going to go back and do these numbers. Now, this whole project is definitely a DIY project. I did it on my computer. I printed it off on my home printer, and you can see I'm cutting it by hand. So there's just lots of mistakes here. It's not like going to be perfect cuts. I'll have to go through and just kind of like tweak some of them, like re-trim them, cut them down with scissors, things like that. So you'll see that as we go through the video. But I find like I have been like obsessed with printing my own stickers lately, especially now that I've gotten the full size, these full sheet sticker paper packs. I'm able to like print out just a bunch of stuff and just redate pretty much everything and just create my own stickers. I just love that. So what I'm going to do is at this point just redate the monthly. I have to figure out what date January starts off on. And I realized that this monthly right here actually has on the right hand side has the correct dates, which was just like coincidence. But since I'm redating the left hand side, I wanted to go ahead and redate the right hand side so that way the numbers matched. And so I'm going to go ahead and just lay down these stickers here. One thing that I do that is probably a little bit different when I redate is that I do try to give each date like 30, 31, especially like those ones that sometimes get combined together or split at the very bottom of the month. I do give them their own date. And so you'll see towards the end of this little section where I'm redating that I am going to put 30 and 31, January 30th and January 31st at the top of the page. So that's one thing that I do that's a little bit different, just so that way I can have room to write all of those things in. Now, what I'm going to be using this weekly for is going to be to track a daily decluttering challenge that I have been following for years. I will link this in the description box, but this decluttering challenge is Declutter 365. I love the like idea of decluttering for 15 minutes. The Taylor who developed the Decluttering 365 challenge pretty much put together a list of 15-minute missions that allow like anyone to be able just to jump in wherever they are, and just to pick up on the missions and be able to declutter a part of their home. And so I'm going to try once again, starting in January, to finish the declutter 365 mission. I always like start off and then like fall off and then like jump back in, and I do it as I need to. I feel like my house has a lot of clutter, but they're like very specific areas. It's not like whole house clutter. It's just like very specific, like paper clutter is like the hugest thing for me, but also like kitchen clutter. Those are the two main areas. And so January is kitchen. So it's a good time for me to kind of jump in and do the decluttering. So anyway, that's kind of like a random side note. But I'm going to finish up redating this January monthly. You can see here. And as I finish up, you'll see towards the bottom here, just like I mentioned earlier, that I do run out of room, and instead of drawing a line and splitting the month in half, I'm going to go ahead and just put 30 and 31 at the very top. And I know that like kind of like throws some people off, but I have used several planners that have had that kind of system in place before, and I find it works for me. Plus I need 30 and 31 to have like a full box to write in. So now that I'm done with the monthly, the rest of this is pretty straightforward. I'll be redating the weeklies. I will, you can see here, like, these are outdated pages, and not just outdated, but like completely random in like how they're like, this was an August page, and then I think the next week, right after this, is going to be like an April page. So they're completely random in how I like kind of just store it. And so I'm redating both the month here and replacing it and putting the January, and then also the year, the 2022. And then there's one little section right here that's like the little mini, the smallest of the 4 boxes on the left hand side. I'm putting the daily task list in there. And so then I'm going to go through and just redate this section. Now for this part, I'm just redating, so you'll get a little bit of music while we go through this section. Hope you enjoy it. So we are finished here with the very last week, and then the very back page here, the currently page, it does say April. Again, these are completely random, so I went ahead and used the very last sticker that I had here that says January and put January right there for January goals. And then there are a couple of dates that are specific to the April month, which I just whited out. And so here we go through the final flip through. We have our monthly redated, again with the months at the top, or a couple of dates at the top. Then each week I have the same setup. This left hand side will be things to buy for the house, errands to run for the house, and then I'll use the dinner section as is, and on the right hand side just kind of like journal about like things that I'm doing for the house. And so that's pretty much it for every single week. I'm going to try it for January, see how it works. I think it will work for me. You know, we just never know. There's always places for me to tweak it. But that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel. And until the next video, bye guys.